Welcome to all who are present here today for the 52nd Annual Service Recognition Celebration Reception for faculty and staff of Virginia Commonwealth University and VCU Health System. My name is Allison Miller, Chief Human Resources Officer for VCU.
Let's do this one more time. Good afternoon. Okay. My name is Kristen King. I'm the Chief HR Officer for VCU Health System. We are excited to be here today for those that are celebrating service milestones of 5 to 60 years, as well as nominees for the President's Award for Professional and Administration Distinction and the Doris Douglas Budd Award. VCU's dedicated faculty, staff, and team members are part of a rich legacy of learning, teaching, creating, innovating, and healing. Since coming to VCU just 7 months ago, I have seen firsthand how our health system team members and university faculty and staff make a difference not only in Richmond, but throughout Virginia and beyond. So we extend a sincere thank you for all that you have done to positively impact our community and our world. At VCU, we attempt things that others can't or they won't. Our innovative spirit carries us through challenging times and ultimately leads us to the successes that we get to celebrate together. So we get a chance to learn a little bit more about some of the people that we are celebrating today through this video that highlights the many ways VCU employees are continuing to redefine education in healthcare in our own uncommon way.
I am probably a poster child for VCU and what you can get at VCU. I came here 45 years ago as a high school dropout, a single mother of two, working in the kitchen here at VCU. And they had a LPN nursing class, MCV practical nursing class, and my supervisor encouraged me to apply, and I applied for the program and was accepted. And I was 19 years old at the time. And after I got into the program, it was such a great program that I just continued on in nursing.
I was laying on the back of my dad's pickup truck dog bark, and he was bark hunting, and I was looking up at the stars overhead. So I decided I wanted to try either astronomy or be a space shuttle astronaut. Okay, let's see. I started out in physics. I was taking electronics, but the physics here, at least my level, was very math-based. Finally, the day came when the professor wrote an equation on the board, turned around and said something. I didn't understand either him or the blackboard, so I changed my major that day. So I changed it to computers and never looked back.
I came to VCU as a part-timer while I was in high school, my senior year. I was a clerk typist and did the manuscripts, with the little carbons. You had to put the carbons behind with a little 3x5 card when you were doing erasures and stuff, which you didn't want to do. You tried very hard not to do because it was a pain in the, to correct anything. But so 45 years ago, I started part-time as a clerk typist in a research lab with Dr. Roland Pittman. He hired me as a high school student, and that's where I started.
The students that I work with in my own lab, they have to work hard and they have to enjoy what they're doing. So before they come into my lab, I give them a little talk and say, think really hard about what you're interested in, what makes you happy, and if you can say that you're doing what you want to do at this time in your life, then you're at the right place. I remember all my students, I remember their birthdays every year, and they all seem appreciative of that. And it brings back good memories to me.
My parents didn't have that much money being on the farm, and my dad was secretly selling some of the farm equipment to keep me in school and not telling me about it. So I started working with human genetics in '78. So my first 2 years before I graduated was part-time. I was working 20 hours a week.
If I could go back to my first day at VCU Health, I would tell myself, girl, you're in a good spot. Be friendly to other people, work hard, be diligent, dedicated, committed, communicate well with other people, and those things that I have grown over time and have learned over time, because you don't know it when you first come in. So over a few years, you learn these things and you learn to appreciate your life when you see these people coming into the hospital who are very, very sick sometimes, and you get to appreciate where you are in life.
I remember the old Skull and Bones on 12th Street when the 12th Street went all the way through. So that was knocked down for the Gateway building. I've seen the Children's Hospital built from a parking lot. MMEC, I saw that being built. Some of the catwalks that the catwalks from building to building have gone away, but new ones arrived. Just walking through the tunnels, and the catwalks connecting. You never had to go outside. You were VCU. You lived and breathed it inside almost all day, back and forth. Because supplies were gotten from the hospital, Central Supply, and so you had a tunnel going there. You never got wet if it rained. Even to the parking deck was, through the tunnels. So I know people have always talked about the tunnels, and I've seen the articles recently, but that was a real thrill.
I signed up for a ballroom dancing class over at the MCV gym. Betty Wilson was the teacher, and Betty was just really nice. She had been a Rockette in New York City years before. I think the first time I went to the class, I thought it was sort of interesting. I didn't know how to dance, so I thought, I ought to get some dancing lessons from a professional. So I did. Another couple that was in that class told a friend of theirs, Martha, there's this new guy in the dancing class. You ought to come over and meet him. So I wasn't at the next class. I was in England for about a week. But as it turns out, this person did come back, and she and I fell in love, and we got married. And I've been married to her since then. So anyway, that shows you what things can happen when you go to a ballroom dancing class and don't know anybody.
I had taken care of a young child that was 1 year old. And at her birthday party, her mom was frying chicken, and she ended up spilling the hot grease on her. And she ended up passing. Well, about probably 20 years later, I was in the 7-Eleven, and a lady in line said, I know you. And I had no idea where she knew me from, and I didn't know. And then she started to tell me the story about her niece, and how her niece had passed, and I was in there caring for her. And so her and I both cried, and, she just thanked me for the care that I had given her niece. And this 20 years later, so she obviously remembered the care that her niece received.
Everybody that I've come in contact with, especially in my job roles, are like family to me, and especially this last job that I'm in with the DOIM GI department. I've been with that group for like 30 plus years. We do a lot of outside things sometimes together, where the doctors may have like an event at their home and they invite everybody over. And it just feels so warm and welcoming when everybody can get together like that outside of the office setting.
So the work-life balance is important, and here at VCU, you really can get that.
You see people in the streets. Sometimes I have my T-shirt on, and people are like, "Oh, you're at VCU," and everybody has a VCU story for me. And so I love that. I love being out in the community and listening to people's stories and their interactions here.
I think we can all agree that our faculty and staff have been integral to VCU's success and in making our university goals closer to reality each and every day. We all contribute to the VCU community in different but valuable ways. Whether you are performing innovative academic research, saving lives through medical breakthroughs, supporting students in navigating the college experience, or keeping our vibrant campus beautiful and safe, you have all helped our university continue to adapt to our changing world and meet the needs of each new group of students, patients, and community members. Your meaningful contributions positively impact the lives of so many, and we are grateful that you continue to dedicate your time, efforts, and expertise to supporting VCU. At this time, we are pleased to introduce the strongest supporter of our faculty and staff, celebrating his 15-year service milestone with us this year, the president of VCU, Dr. Michael Rao.
Thank you, Allison. Okay, Kristen, we're going to try it for a third time. Good afternoon. Yeah, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. And thank you so much to the leaders of VCU's most important resource, both Allison and Kristen. Thank you, and thank you for your presence here today. But more importantly, thank you for your leadership every day in an area that really is supportive of what VCU is, which is its people. And I also want to say thank you that I have the opportunity to share the stage every time that we get together with our faculty leader, Valerie Robno. Valerie, thank you for being here. And Maya Rogers, our staff leader, thank you for being here. And thanks to both of you for making communication so much easier by reaching out to us and letting us know what's going on, and really connecting your groups and addressing the issues that come up together with us. I really appreciate that. And so I also want to say that as I look out in this grand ballroom that we'll call it for the moment, amazing, just amazing. So I remember my first year here, and let's just say that the service ceremonies were a little different back then. And I said, you know, if people are giving this much of their lives to VCU, and this is such an important mission, which it is, this needs to be a bit of a gala, even though it's in the middle of the day. And we want to do it when people don't have to come back. I think some of them were at night, and it was just a very confusing time. And they were divided up, and I said, let's just do something really great, really big, find some sponsors, and put a lot of flowers out there, make the lighting right, you know, put some real tablecloths on the tables and all of that. I don't know if I really said that, but as I look around, I see that that's what happened. I just said, make it really nice. I know I did say that. And so anyway, I want to say thank you to Human Resources, but also specifically to Cindy Ferris. Where's Cindy? Cindy, thank you for making this truly a gala, for putting so much color and just warmth to this whole thing. I really appreciate it because this is special. And VCU is a great place, and it's a great place because of all of you. And that's why we're here. We are here to honor every one of you. We're here because you have helped make VCU the strong, caring, people-centered foundation that we now build on every single day. That's what you've established at VCU, and that's what I'm so proud of you for. You and your contributions really make this university and this health system what we are today, but also you brought us where we are. We have elevated the trajectory for VCU and VCU Health has been upward. Have we had our bumps here and there? Like every large organization, every public organization, subject to all the things public organizations are subject to. Yes, we have had our bumps, but the net trajectory is upward, and it's because of you, your determination, your focus on the mission, your commitment to people, and your commitment to caring for people. That's even more important. And you care for each other, and I really, really appreciate that. That's one thing I love about VCU people, is you not only take care of the people who are at the center of the mission, who benefit from us, the students and the patients and others we take care of, but you also do a good job of taking care of each other. You recognize stress when you see it, you support each other. I'm so grateful to all of you. What you've made now is one of the nation's strongest research universities that you'll find anywhere, and one of the most comprehensive and one of the most important academic health centers that you'll find anywhere. We can go up against anyone in this nation, and we will often, in most areas, win. But you combine that with the fact that this health system is not only one of the nation's best because we do all that really tough stuff. Many of you in the areas of care understand that we're doing what we call the tertiary and the quaternary levels of care. That's the care that most health systems cannot, most hospitals cannot provide at all. We can do it because of who we are, and the people are the people who make it happen, or the ones who make it happen. On top of that, though, we are the state's primary safety net. We don't refuse care to anyone. And on top of that, we're educating the largest number of healthcare professionals who go back out into the Commonwealth of Virginia and way beyond and take care of human beings in all of these other areas. And they're doing it with tremendous innovation. Innovation, questioning whether or not the ways that we do things are the right ways to do things. Can we do it better? How can we do it better? Let's try to do it better. Let's do things that will make healthcare and education and research better than it has ever been. So today we honor more than 2,800 people who have served VCU for 5 years or even longer. That's 285 of us, I'm told, who joined the VCU team 15 years ago. And the reason I mention that is because as I sat there just when those videos were playing, and up to this date when I was with donors yesterday in Atlanta, great donors, by the way, not hesitant to give to VCU at all. But I had that long trip, and I was thinking about coming today. And I thought to myself, in that 15-year period, so much has changed. So much has changed. And it really has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you, all of you collectively. It is amazing what you have done to help make this institution, frankly, the institution that it is viewed as nationally. Didn't hurt, by the way, as I stand here together with you in the Siegel Center. Didn't hurt the fact that we went to the Final Four. I almost said we won the Final Four, but that's for next time, by the way. Maybe next year. Let's see. But in any case, the bottom line is so much has changed. I think about it. Meredith Weiss and I were talking. She told me we've added something like 12.5 million square feet to VCU. We've now invested more than $5 billion in this institution. When I came, we were at about $200 million in research funding. Today, we're up over $500 million. We used to raise about $50 million a year before I came. Now we're raising about $250 to $300 million a year. Just tremendous progress. And it's because, again, of you. People don't give to buildings. People don't really give to institutions per se. People give to people. And you're the reason that all of these great things are happening. So today we're going to celebrate a lot of folks, but we're certainly going to celebrate people who have given 50 years or more. And I'm thinking about people like this one here that I see, Ramonda Petros, who worked as a med lab technician at VCU Health before she became a lab specialist and then a pathology tech. here at VCU over 50 years ago. Just think about it. A lot of you in this room aren't even 50 years old. And so that's really a lifetime. Or Lloyd Ambrose. Lloyd started as an electrician at the MCV physical plant in 1977. How many of you can remember 1977, by the way? Oh, a few of you, okay, I can. And retired last year as an electrical trades worker, worked in the School of Nursing, and significantly improved our building's lighting and energy efficiency. So we're going to take all of those great things that Lloyd did and translate them in value to the other buildings. Or you saw my colleague, Dr. Roland Pittman, who came to VCU in 1974 and still is a professor of graduate and undergraduate medical education classes and conducts research focused on the heart, on cardiovascular system. And we also congratulate and celebrate another of my colleagues who I had a chance to meet and spend considerable time with during the pandemic, Dr. Blaylock. So Dr. Blaylock is actually retiring after 60 years at VCU. And when you look at him, you would never imagine that that's possible, because I'm not even sure he looks like he's 60 years old. And thank goodness we had him, because I don't know how many of you have ever tried to go see a dermatologist, but we need every dermatologist we can ever find, because it's hard to find them. And he's one of the greatest. And by the way, the greatest thing about Dr. Blaylock is not just the care, but the fact that he continued to teach others how to provide that care. Access to dermatology has become one of the most important things we need to be working on. And Dr. Blaylock, thank you very, very much. And so, again, what am I talking about? I'm talking about commitment. I'm talking about dedication. And frankly, if we didn't have colleagues like the people I'm talking about, we would not have a lot of the things that have gone so well at VCU. Things like a steadily rising graduation rate for our undergraduate students at VCU. With advisors who have just come in and have been unbelievably caring and loving and supporting of our students, helping them just to get through life's challenges. And our life's challenges for a lot of our students, they're tough. They're tough, and many of you in this room know that they're tough and why they're tough. But the idea is we've got to get our students to the finish line, the graduation finish line. It's such an important thing. Without all of you, we would not have something very recent that Dr. Levy just talked to me about. That is, we just opened our 39 new beds in our comprehensive liver unit. This is important. You all know about Dr. Stravitz, who made a significant contribution, the most significant contribution I think we've ever had made in one fell swoop to VCU. $134 million, by the way, to help us focus on the liver and human metabolism, two areas that are really, really critical. Imagine life if you didn't have a liver. Well, you wouldn't have a life. But in any case, the bottom line is, this is because not just of Dr. Stravitz, not just because of Dr. Sanyal, but also because of the physicians, the researchers, the nurses, all of the members of the team who are doing so much of the important work that we need done in this area. Thank you, all of you, for helping put that liver unit together. I really appreciate it. I was also thinking about the fact that years ago I said it was important for our health system to achieve something so that we would have a better news story. How many of you know about Leapfrog? Okay, some of you do. Well, a lot of people know about Leapfrog because they use it to decide whether or not they want to go to a hospital. Well, we were not an A, let me just say that. And I said, this has got to be a priority. And guess what happened? Because of our people, not because of me, but because of our people, we are an A today. That's a big deal. To be an A Leapfrog institution is a big thing for us. And it means that we will take care of more people, we will save more people's lives, and we will do it in the best possible way. And I'm really, really grateful for that. We could not possibly serve 29,000 students, and that, of course, is inclusive of all the graduate students and MD students, DDS students, undergraduate students. We couldn't do it today if we did not have the foundations that had been built in the past. Every year, VCU gets better at what it does. Every year, because we improve this institution every single year. And that happens, again, because of you. I'm so grateful to all of you. And so I want to say thank you, whether it's been 5 years for you, that's thousands of you, by the way, whether it's been 10, 15, 20, or 30, it's amazing. But if you stay long enough and we have this ceremony and celebration, I'll talk about you when you get to the 50th year mark and the 60th year mark. But I would love to talk about every one of you, but I'm not sure I can do that in the short time that I've been given. And I'm about to get the hook, so I'm going to make this even quicker right now. But I just want to say thank you. When I was in Atlanta last night, one of the things I said is something that came to me from a donor and several alumni, actually. They say, you know, it's great that you talk about how VCU has such great impact, you know, in Virginia, because we are a state institution, right? And we are really statewide. That is our impact. And when I talk about, you know, the 10 billion plus economic impact, and I talk about for every dollar you invest, $4 come back, that is within the Commonwealth of Virginia. However, really, VCU at this point is absolutely known for its impact on the East Coast, the whole East Coast. We really don't even say the Mid-Atlantic anymore. Again, I get to say all of this stuff. I can say it because you've done it. And so this foundation you've built is something that I want you to know that I, the Board of Visitors, the Board of Directors of the health system, we're all very grateful to you. And while we may not be able to say it to you every day, I hope the number of times I have said thank you to you, the number of times I have attributed everything I can think of that's going so well at VCU to you, think about that and remember that we do deeply care about you. We recognize that what we oversee is only because of you. What we get to brag about and talk about, tell stories about, is only because of all of you. So from really the bottom of my heart, sincere gratitude. Thank you so very much for making VCU this premier national research university and academic medical center that you have made it. Thank you so very much. Now let's get on to the celebration. Thank you.
Hold on a second. Thank you, Dr. Rao, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Valerie Robnell. I am past president of the Faculty Senate.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maya Rogers, and I am the president of Staff Senate.
We want to take a moment to extend our thanks to many faculty and staff who are being recognized today for their years of service. As President Rao mentioned, today we are recognizing 2,834 faculty and staff from VCU and VCU Health who reached milestones from January 1st to December 31st of 2024. Of those individuals, 211 had 30 or more years of service. We have 16 individuals with 45 years of service, 3 incredible individuals with 50 years of service, and 1 with 60 years of service.
Thank you to you all so much for being here to celebrate our friends and colleagues. I am honored to join you today in recognizing the hard work and dedicated service of so many incredible team members across the VCU enterprise. The incredible teams and unique perspectives that have come together across Virginia, across the country, and around the world have created a place to foster excellence and well-being, not just in our students and patients, but in each other. As you look around the room, consider that each person you see has something new to share and a story to tell. Each of us brings something to the table. The confluence of our valued experiences into something bigger than the sum of its parts is what makes VCU such an incredible place to be. As we celebrate our colleagues today, I encourage you all not just to share joy in the time we have been here, but in the immeasurable impact and success these team members have shared with us all. I look forward to continuing to share and celebrate with you all today and in the coming years. Thank you so much for being here today and for your service to VCU and VCU Health. Now it's time to recognize our service recognition recipients.
Okay. All right, 5 years ago, the year was 2019. We have over 1,300 recipients who reached the 5-year milestone in 2024. So we can know who you are, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. 10 years ago, the year was 2014. Congratulations to the over 550 individuals who are 10-year service recognition recipients. So we can know who you are, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. 15 years ago, the year was 2009. Congratulations to this year's many 15-year service recognition recipients. So we can know who you are, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. 20 years ago, the year was 2004. We have almost 300 individuals who reached their 20-year service milestone in 2024. So we can know who you are, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. 25 years ago, the year was 1999. Congratulations to this year's 25-year service recognition recipients, 152 of you. So we can know who you are, please stand and be recognized. Woo. Congratulations. 30 years ago, the year was 1994. Congratulations to 63 individuals with 30 years of service. So we can know who you are, please stand and be recognized. Woo. Congratulations. 35 years ago, the year was 1989. We have 82 individuals who met the 35 years of service milestone in 2024. So we can know who you are, please stand and be recognized. Woo. Congratulations.
Our next few groups of service recognition recipients are those with 40 or more years of service. This is an incredible achievement that deserves special recognition. For the 40-year recipients who are here, you may either stand to be recognized, or if you wish, you may come forward to be recognized by Dr. Rao as I call your name. Jenna Albright. Harry Bear. Lynette Billups Boyd. Peter Bowling. Alvin Bauer. Susan Brown. Gregory Buck. Bridget Bryn. Kelly Cold Iron. Valerie Coleman. Kimberly Cook. Tanner Cox. Keith Dean. Julie Delmar. Mark Divins. Ethel Doggett. Wayne Edmonds. Kathy Ennis. Maureen Flattery. Todd Gear. Robert Gentry. Venus Glover. Catherine Holloway. Alan Jones. June Jones. Karen Jones. Michael Jones. Barbara Judy. Balwinder Kang. Rakisha Kirkija. Apologies. Michael McVoy. Angela Nelson. Michael Newsom. Ananda Pindarani. Joyce Phillips. Keen Picard. Narita Pollard. Calvin Richardson. Lawrence Schwartz. Tima Smith. Barbara Terrell. John Urbach. Crystal Wells. Mildred White. Nelda Williams. And finally, Donald Young. Congratulations to all our 40-year recipients.
All right. For the 45-year recipients who are here, you may either stand and be recognized, or if you wish to do so, you may come forward and be recognized by Dr. Rao as I call your name. Jeanette Acree. Jim Agnew. Jean Ashton. George Baskerville. Richard Costanzo. Sandra Davis. Cynthia Donnell. Janice Fleming. June Givens. Robert Godwin Jones. Denise Gomez, is it Gomes? Gomez, sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Denise. Lily Hynant Willis. Carrie James. Gail Littleton. Peggy McBride. And Diane Williams. And congratulations to all our 45-year recipients.
We have 3 50-year recipients this year. If you are here, you may either stand to be recognized, or if you wish to do so, you may come forward to be recognized by Dr. Rao as I call your name. Lloyd Ambrose. Ramonda Petros. And Ronald Pittman. Congratulations to all of our 50-year recipients.
And we have one 60-year recipient this year. I don't think he is here. Dr. Kenneth Blaylock. Is he here? So Dr. Blaylock, if you're here, you can come be recognized by President Rao. I just want to say that he was my dermatologist, and when he said that he was retiring last summer, I was pretty devastated because he's an amazing man. So I'm glad. I'm sorry he wasn't here though to be recognized, but he's wonderful.
And now, on to our award winners. We are happy to announce this year's recipients of the Doris Douglas Budd Award. This award is named for Mrs. Doris Budd, a staff member who worked in the office of the Vice President of Administration from 1951 to 1981. Mrs. Budd passed away in 2009 at the age of 90. She inspired this recognition, which honors outstanding administrative and support staff who demonstrate exemplary performance and enhance the image and mission of the university and VCU Health. It is now my pleasure to introduce the nominees for this year's Doris Douglas Budd Award. As I call the name of each nominee, please stand to be recognized. Vita Bellamy, apologies. Vita Bellamy. Brandy Miles, and Ashley Weaver. Congratulations to all of our nominees. And now it is my pleasure to present this year's Doris Douglas Budd Award to Ashley Weaver. Ashley is an indispensable member of the Bon Air Therapy Clinic team. Her dedication and compassion are evident in every interaction she has with our patients and their caregivers. It is clear that Ashley's warmth and attention to detail make her a beloved figure in the clinic, not just to the patients, but also to her colleagues. She creates a family-like space where we feel comfortable being our authentic selves, which in turn encourages us to work to the best of our abilities through her genuine care and thoughtful approach. Ashley fosters a supportive and productive environment, making everyone feel appreciated and respected. We all feel incredibly lucky to have her on our team. Ashley will receive a monetary award as well as a custom glass award and her name engraved on the Doris Douglas Board plaque located in the President's office. Congratulations, Ashley.
"12 years ago, VCU established the President's Award for Professional and Administrative Distinction as a way to recognize outstanding performance, achievement, and service excellence in support of VCU and VCU Health's mission. Now I'm delighted to present the highest honor first, the President's Award of Excellence. This award recognizes an employee who has gone above and beyond expectations to support VCU or VCU Health System throughout their career. The honoree is an exemplary leader with a strong sense of ethics. They're innovative, creative, undaunted by change, and they value our diverse workplace. The honoree, of course, delivers extraordinary service and support enhancing VCU's mission and reputation. It's my pleasure to introduce the nominees for this year's President's Award of Excellence. As I call each of the names of this year's nominees, please stand to be recognized. Corey E. Hill, Jill McCormick, Jana McQuaid, Ashley Phillips, Patricia Shazer, Ashley Stigl, and Andrea Wade. It's now my pleasure to introduce the winner of this year's President's Award of Excellence, Corey Hill. As Corey comes to the stage, I'd like to share some remarks from her nominators. One of Corey's most significant contributions has been her leadership in transforming professional development for early intervention EI professionals. Under her guidance, the Virginia Early Intervention Professional Development Center has gained national and international recognition for its innovative approaches to product development and content delivery. Corey's work exemplifies the excellence celebrated with the President's Award of Excellence. She continues to give her leadership and service to VCU and is a true light in the EI field. Congratulations, Corey.
Next is the President's Outstanding Achievement Award. This award recognizes the exceptional leadership, performance, and achievement of our colleagues. Award winners are recognized for contributions resulting in long-term and significant benefits to VCU or VCU Health System over the span of their career. It is now my pleasure to introduce the nominees for this year's President's Outstanding Achievement Award. As I call each of the names of this year's nominees, please stand to be recognized. McNair Evans, Anita Harrison, Emily Huss, Katie Quinn, Rebecca Dewars, Veronica Lee Big, Chris Leikwig, Tiffany Murray Robertson, and Kristen Rasmussen. I am so pleased to pronounce the winner of this year's President's Outstanding Achievement Award to Anita Harrison. Miss Anita Harrison's dedication to VCU and VCU Health and Massey's broader mission is unparalleled. Whether she is connecting scientists together using her vast network of knowledge and connections, through talking through and research study idea with an early stage investigator to help them find funding, resources, or solve a problem, helping develop educational programming and curricula that will foster a pipeline of next generation scientists and workforce professionals ready to tackle the challenges cancer patients face, contributing her insights to the current or future strategic plan development with senior leaders, or uplifting her team to provide them with opportunities to make the same types of contributions. She has, throughout her career, Ms. Harrison's reliability demonstrate an exceptional commitment to this institution and helping faculty, trainees, and staff to do their best. And now, the second winner of this year's President's Outstanding Achievement Award goes to Chris Leikwig. As Chris joins us on stage, I'd like to share some words. Chris is the consummate team player. He focuses on problems and goals and uses data to inform his decisions. His fair and objective and truly delightful and success of others is what makes him shine. He is the first to pitch in when there are system challenges and never looks for personal recognition. He is deeply invested in our tripartite mission and takes pride in the entire Department of Internal Medicine team. He is truly a delightful colleague and mentor, whose kindness, integrity, and concern for others is highly valued. His intellect, personal style, and vision make for high impact, and he delivers. His work ethic is incredible. Congratulations, Anita and Chris.
Now it's time to present the final award, the Danny Woodward President Service Excellence Award. This award is named in memory of Danny Woodward, former Executive Director of Executive Communications, who died of brain cancer in 2021. Danny embodied the spirit of this award, always positive in his work with faculty, staff, and students across the university and the health system to advance the institution and its people. Danny was especially committed to supporting the professional development of staff and building an equitable and inclusive environment for everyone. Awardees exceed expectations by demonstrating outstanding service to students, patients, colleagues, and other customers of VCU and VCU Health, and display a positive attitude even under the most difficult of circumstances. They build strong relationships and resolve concerns in a positive and sensitive manner. It's my pleasure to introduce the nominees for this year's Danny Woodward President Service Excellence Awards. As I call each of the names of this year's nominees, please stand to be recognized. Jennifer Escoli, Jamie Dickens, Adria Dunn, James Irwin, Leanne Skinner, and Jordan Sneed. There are two winners of this award. I'm so pleased to present the first winner of this year's Danny Woodward President's Service Excellence Award to Jennifer Escoli. I'd like to share some words from her nominators as Jennifer makes her way up to the stage. Jennifer is a perfect example of what the recipient of this award is meant to be. She has been devoted to the VCU community her entire life, and in every aspect of her care and service conducts herself in a professional manner and with devotion to her patients, her colleagues, and to the university. Jennifer is always positive in her attitude and a great advocate of VCU, speaking highly of the university as a whole and the health system in particular. She is exceptionally skilled and unfailingly respectful and generous with everyone she encounters, embodying the very best qualities of a nurse for all a nurse can and should be. Congratulations. And now the second winner of the Danny Woodward President Service Excellence Award is Leanne Skinner. As Leanne is joining us on stage, I'd like to share some words from her nominators. Leanne goes above and beyond for not just patients, but also fellow staff members to ensure that the right thing is done and that everyone receives the appropriate and timely care they deserve. Leanne is curious, wants to share what she knows and has learned, and is the sunshine of our team. She deserves all the accolades in the world for the way that she cares for and saves children's lives each and every day just by being her. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of our President's Award nominees and winners. All the winners will receive a monetary award as well as the Custom Glass Award. It's an honor to recognize your exemplary work. Thank you for your continued dedication to service and care for so many. Let's give them another round of applause. We would like to once again offer our congratulations to all of you for your service to VCU and VCU Health, and to our special President's Award and Doris Douglas Budd Award nominees and winners. We also extend our thanks to Dr. Rao for being with us here today.
Please make sure to get your favor to take home, a delicious mini chocolate ganache tart provided by Aramark. They will be passing them out at the exit doors. We would also like to thank Airmark for providing the delicious food for us to enjoy today. Please give them a round of applause for being such great partners. We would also like to thank Joyner Fine Properties for providing the fun photo booth. If you need a parking pass for the West Broad Street parking deck and have not already picked one up, they are available in the lobby. The shuttle to the MCV campus will run until 5 p.m. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us in celebrating the years of service to VCU.